Ski Mask the Slump God is one of the artists I was really hoping would drop this year, and well, he finally did. Now, I was hoping that we'd get a 40-45 minute full-length album, possibly with a feature or two, but looks like what we actually ended up getting was a 17-minute mixtape. Now, I have listened to this mixtape 6 or 7 times now, and it is a lot different than anything I would have expected Ski Mask to actually go and put out. What got me into Ski Mask originally was his song Baby White. That song just had some of the goofiest lyrics, and honestly just made me love his sound. Now, Ski Mask is definitely known for his variation in sound, everything from his aggressive trap metal-esque feel to his just goofy meme funny rap, all the way to the few songs he's put out previously that were more of a sort of like melodic-esque singy type of feel. And this mixtape brings a completely new light to his sound. Well, most of his old music definitely had a lot of goofy lyrics, and you kind of get hyped because you're like, yeah, love these lyrics, know every word, it's really fun to listen to. With this, I feel like he just takes a bit more of a mature approach with his actual music. Where previously it was just, like I said, super goofy, where with this, it just feels a lot more serious of a sound. Now, there are a few funny lyrics and lines throughout this mixtape, however, overall, it just has a lot different of a feel, way more serious of an approach. There are a couple singy songs on here, but the rest of it just has a more, I guess, just kind of hard, aggressive feel to it. Not necessarily in the trap metal, super aggressive rap like he's done before. Not at all like stuff like Take a Step Back, but something more in the realm of like a comethazine type of feel, where it's aggressive, but it's also a bit more serious. Not like, yo, let's scream into the mic. It's more of like a, yeah, I'm the shit type of thing. When I first heard this Ski Mask was going to be dropping this month, I first thought and hoped that it would be, like I said, a full-length album. And frankly, something that was, I guess, more similar to his older sound. Something more similar to Stokely or even the Book of Eli, where it had a lot more goofier of an approach with some hard songs in there here and there. So my first listen through this mixtape, honestly, I felt a little bit disappointed just because of where I held my expectations. It's not that I had my expectations super high, I was just expecting a way different sound from a mixtape like this. I was expecting stuff like his old music, not this newer, slightly more serious approach. However, a few listens into it, started to feel into it a bit more. Now with the mixtape, I don't necessarily see any of these songs getting super big, specifically because most of Ski Mask's songs that are really big are big because they're super catchy, whereas none of these songs after 6-7 listens into I feel like are catchy. There's nothing to really work toward memorizing or work toward jamming out in your car. Every song in here is phenomenal, but there's nothing catchy at all. So this mixtape specifically, while I do think it will do well, it's not gonna have the same sort of appeal that the rest of his albums and previous EPs and such have had. However, I do think that that will play to his benefit. To me, this mixtape is kind of his way of saying, hey, you know what? I'm gonna start making some new, different music in the future. I really feel like this mixtape is gonna really aid as a transition from his old goofy music to his new, more serious, harder music in the future. And really, I feel like this mixtape is just showing how he is developing as an artist. How frankly, he's just kind of growing up with this sound a little bit. Kind of working on the transition to trying to be taken, I think, more seriously by the mainstream. Because while he is a really big artist, he's not massive by any means. Now I am probably looking way too deep into this because, you know, that's kind of what I do here, but I do think that this mixtape was very strategically created as sort of this new chapter to him to try and push him more into the larger mainstream space. Because frankly, not everybody can vibe out to stuff like La La, Faucet Failure, Coolest Monkey in the Jungle, Take a Step Back. Not everybody can vibe out to that sound. But this new sound that I feel like he's starting to learn, starting to cultivate, a lot more people can listen to without getting too deep into it, right? Like, I feel like this is more of a, let's put this on the radio, let's throw this in some popular playlist type of feel. Now, was this mixtape any good? I'd say it's alright. It's not phenomenal. I was expecting a bit different from him, but for a mixtape, it's not terribly bad. Like I said though, I was kind of hoping for an album to come out, and I'm hoping that one might come out later this year, possibly next year, because a 17-minute mixtape, come on. I was really hoping for more. I was really hoping for that 40-45 minute album, 1-2 features like I was saying. It's kind of what I was going for, what I was hoping for, you know? But ultimately, I really just feel like this mixtape is going to be serving as a, hey, here's kind of the sound you should be expecting in the future, right? Instead of dropping a full-length album of this completely different sound, it's like, hey, There's a little transition mixtape to kind of get you ready. Now, I could be completely wrong with that, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking is going on here. Whether you agree with me or disagree, let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to interact with you guys and kind of get a feel for what you guys think about this mixtape and where you think he's headed with his music. But with that said, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to join my Discord server, link down below. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other future videos that I post. And once you've done both of those two things, make sure to click on this place popping up on screen and go and binge some of my content. With all that said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.